To brine or not to brine? That's the question. Smoking turkey is probably set on the pedestal. But whether or not we should take the extra time and go through all the trouble of brining your turkey a few days before Thanksgiving or when you make it, that is what we're about to find out. I'm going to show you the brining process really quick. This is the one that we chose this year. It seems like every single year we pick out a different one. The one reason why I chose this one, it had great reviews on Amazon. I'll have a link to it. More importantly, it already comes with the brine and a bag. So instead of buying both of them separate, to me, it seemed like a great deal. I've never had a brine that I personally just refuse to like. They all add pretty much similar flavor. What I found in the past, why don't you make it yourself? It's so easy. It is. By the time you buy all the ingredients, it seemed like just buying the mix itself a lot of times came out cheaper. I'm not saying that's the right thing to do. I'm just saying I've got bulk spices of stuff I typically don't use throughout the year. By the time you just buy the brine itself, you should be good to go.
It's actually way cheaper.
And more convenient. You just don't have all that cabinet space in your pantry just to waste it on, like, you know, stuff that you typically wouldn't use. Okay? So this is the deal. Oh, man. This is just diluted. This is exactly the way the recipe calls. I added the sugar and I added the vinegar. Not all brine recipes are the same, so please read your instructions. Sometimes you have to add, sometimes you don't. This one you had to add. You can see there's rosemary, black peppercorn, some of them have peels, some of them have cranberries. It's basically salt and sugar solution that helps pull and push moisture throughout your bird while creating flavor. Not only is it the first year to try this brine out, it's like the first of many things for me. I have never been able to do a turkey inside my refrigerator before Thanksgiving because all the stuff already in there. I've always done the cooler method. I've also already done turkeys before. As I mentioned before this video even started, I am a massive brine fan, so it's hard for me not to be biased because all the flavor it injects. So this is the first time I've ever done it in the refrigerator. 5-gallon buckets are common. You actually just put your brine bag in there. Gives it a good base, and you can hold this, you know, like with ice. You can put ice on top of it, and it stays really cold. With the cooler, we just add ice to the cooler, keep it outside, because typically outside is way colder than my inside. Depends on where you live. Obviously, if it's freezing outside, you can't do it. You just got to think ahead. But it keeps our turkey at that perfect temperature, and we don't need to worry about the danger zone. Okay, that's something you need to keep in mind. What you see here is one of the two turkeys. Since we're not going to brine the other one, there's no reason to bring it out here. I have about a 12-pound turkey. I seem to like that size very, very well. I'd almost try to stay away from those massive turkeys. Listen, if you're going to do a 25-pound turkey, you might as well do 2 small ones. I think they cook a lot more even, and they take less time in the oven. And I think everybody is fighting for oven space during the holidays. I know you're thinking, well, 2 birds versus 1 bird. I'm telling you, they cook faster. So you free up your oven space or your smoker space for less time.
It also gives you the opportunity to make 2 different ones. It's like we have an awesome Cajun smoked turkey recipe that's super good.
Oh, geez. You took the words right out of my mouth. All right, that's true. So last year we did a Cajun brine turkey, and then we followed it up with an apple cider brine turkey. Both fantastic, both brined. But you guys can check those videos out as well. That way you can do both if you want to. All right.
Recipes on our website.
In the bag, all this solution goes. One thing I feel confident in saying, all your brine mixes that I found so far call for a ton of ice. If you decide to brine your turkey, you don't have that much ice, you can always obviously buy ice, or like me, I make my brine the day before. Just put it in the refrigerator, let it calm down after all the ingredients have been dissolved. And then you got like, what, 40-degree brine versus 212-degree brine that you're trying to pull with ice. So I just do it the day before and I use less ice. You just want to add enough liquid to cover your bird. Let's zip it up and let's get the air out. Now that your turkey's going to take a long night, you're looking about 1 hour per pound. Since this is 12 pounds, it will be 12 hours. Tomorrow we will do the head-on, side-by-side comparison. To brine or not to brine? That's the question. 8 years ago, we brined our first turkey and I've never looked back. I'm going to try to keep my judgment out of it because I feel like brining it, whenever you brine a buzzard or a pterodactyl or something like that, you're just incorporating so much more flavor that you typically don't get. Whether it be dry brine or wet brine, we can argue about that later. I am a wet brine fan, okay? Here today, we have a gorgeous, gorgeous young turkey. How do I know? I don't know. It looked good. Over here, we have the brine that's been in there overnight. What I'm gonna do is go to my kitchen, try not to make a salmonella mess, but I'm going to rinse this off and dispose of the brine accordingly. Then the next time you see this turkey, it will be rinsed and dried and ready to spatchcock. Oh. All right, our turkey has been rinsed off. You need to dry it out as much as possible. It's not a big deal right now because we are going to spatchcock it. One thing I forgot to mention on this turkey, somewhere right here, I've cut the wing tip off just to give us a baseline because I will have to move my turkeys around on the smoker just for even heat. And to do that, I don't want to get them messed up. I'm going to season them the same. Everything will be the same. The only difference is, does the brine matter? So I've taken the wing tip off of that one to give us a true difference, okay? When it comes to spatchcocking, whether it be a turkey or a chicken, I'm a huge fan of it. I believe in it 100%. Our family does not do the presentation style turkey on the table, which gives us the flexibility to do other things like this. So basically what you're doing, you're just looking at this spine that runs down the turkey. I'm just going to cut a quick line to show you. Plenty of options out there, and basically you're just going to take the backbone out of it. I'm saving the back because we're going to use that for stock. Just pat it dry, get as much moisture off as possible. All right, once your turkey is spatchcocked, I've just got some duck fat. Woo! Give that a good ring. I'm using basically just a standard. We're not worried about what type of seasoning today. I'm using my Shake That, salt, pepper, garlic, and butter. And then I'm going to come back and hit it with just a little bit more black pepper because we like a little bit heavier black pepper turkey. If I can give you any tip in seasoning, whether it be a bird, a prime rib, chicken breast, anything, season higher up and you get a lot more even coverage. You can see actually what you're doing versus coming down and it kloops together, just like that. All right. I like to put mine on a sheet rack. It's easier to transport, it's easier to move. That duck fat. You can use, basically any type of spray.
Can you show us the bottle?
I'm going to go ahead and season the other one exactly the same way. Make sure you get all the nooks and crannies. A little bit heavier on the breast side. All right, my smokers are hovering around 305, which means my inside's hovering around 275. All right, once our turkeys are in there, I've got my hot spot right here, so I am going to have to rotate my turkeys back and forth. First of all, for even cooking and even browning. Like I've said many times, whatever way I need to do to make the best bird possible, I'm going to do, okay? All right, guys, there we go. The turkeys are done. We let them rest. We let them cool down. And now is a moment of truth. I have a special guest today. This is my neighbor, Max. Max, say hello to the world.
Hello, world.
So, Max has actually, he doesn't know what a brine is. I just explained to him what a brine is, which means, hopefully, his opinion will be 100% objective.
Non-biased.
Non-biased versus mine.
Because we've been doing it the same way for 8 years.
Exactly. And with Thanksgiving coming up, maybe Max will look at it and be like, wow, I want to make my turkey like this.
Maybe he'll just come over to our house for Thanksgiving.
I think I'll just come over here.
We're going right for the breast first. So there's a leg and thigh. We're getting right to it. The wing going right down the middle. Man, that's juicy. So there's the breast for that one. And this is the unbrined, just seasoned, because this has a tip off. This is the unbrined.
I thought we weren't supposed to tell Max.
Oh, jeez.
What's up now?
Jeez.
I still don't really know what it means. I mean, you
Our whole
explained it,
thing is ruined.
but no, it's not wrong. I'll still tell you why.
He'll still give us an unbiased opinion.
Yes.
I tell you, there's no right or wrong answers. You know, it's basically just what you enjoy doing, what you like. I just happen to like the brine. I just think it gives it an absolute incredible flavor.
It looks juicier.
Crispy skin. You guys can see that we got some tons of flavor with that smoke. Adding that extra black pepper at the end, I think really helps that bark and that color of the turkey to come through. All right, Max, dig in here.
Doesn't matter which
Doesn't
one
matter
I
which.
try first.
Doesn't matter. Let's
Okay.
try this one first.
I'll try the one that you had first.
That is some juicy turkey. Where's my bite, baby?
Oh wow.
It's not-
I love that skin. It's crispy.
That's not your average Thanksgiving turkey right there.
No.
God, look how juicy that is.
Wow.
I'm putting this stuff in my face.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be hard to beat. That's gonna be a tough one to beat, but that's good.
I mean, this one came out just as juicy. But which is why we truly believe in spatchcocking your turkeys. Even if you put them in the oven, I truly believe in spatchcocking your turkeys. We've done it before.
Well, here, rip that one for me. Give me a piece.
Honey, you've been putting meat in your mouth bigger than that.
Would you hush? He's so inappropriate.
Okay, so this is the other one.
Mm-hmm.
What is spatchcocking?
Spatchcock is when you take the backbone out of the bird. You can do it on a chicken too.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of split the breastbone a little bit and make it flat. The flatter the bird is, it cooks a little bit quicker. I think it has more airflow coming across the smoker. And I think it crisps up the skin more.
I mean, this one's also good.
They're both juicy.
They're both juicy. I think the brine is juicier. I think the skin is a little crispier, maybe.
That could be right because the salt helps draw it out.
Yeah,
Can you taste the difference?
I can taste it. It's subtle, but I can taste the difference. Yeah, absolutely. And I like the brine a little better.
You know,
They're both excellent. Don't get me wrong. They're both delicious. But
this tastes more plain.
Yeah.
And I think this
it does, yeah.
And I just think this has so much more flavor in the meat itself.
Exactly.
And the
Right.
rub that we use was shake that. You like shake that?
Oh, yeah.
He gets shake that thrown over the fence at him all the time.
Oh, yeah. I need some more here, so check that out.
The reason why we didn't have a herb on top of this is because I feel like the turkey itself picks up so much of the herby flavor when you brine. And I don't want to over herb it. I'm not a big herb fan anyways to begin with, but I think sometimes you can overdo it. Keeping it basic, adding that salt, pepper, garlic, and butter, and allowing that flavor to penetrate through the meat, I think was a game changer. This how we're making it for Thanksgiving.
The brine.
Yeah. I've brined for the last 8 years.
Yep.
We did it one time. The family loved it.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, no matter what, you have to brine every single time. I've made turkey for our family every single year for 8 years. Now, I haven't done it on the smoker every single year. I've also done it in the oven. But once we started smoking them and brining them, I think that's when it really upped the game. You might have to go over here more often.
I don't know what I'm talking about, but I can tell you what I like to do.
If analytics go through the roof, buddy, you might have
Yes.
we might set you a chair over there and call it your chair.
Neighbor review.
All right, guys, there you go. That answers the question, to brine or not to brine. For Max coming over here and really not understanding even what brine was, and for him to pick it out of the crowd, I think this shows volumes of what brining your turkey can do. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press that subscribe button, pound the notification button, share with your friends. Peace. Brine.
Yep. Good
Oh,
job,
yeah.
babe.